the Beretta Model 21 in 22 long rifle. Let's check it out. Beretta is the oldest firearm manufacturer in the world. They have been making quality firearms for a long time. And there is a high demand for Beretta. In fact, Beretta reviews are my top reviews typically. Of course, the U.S. military adopted the Beretta 92 or the M9 in 1985. And this particular pistol is the Model 21A Bobcat. These have been produced since 1984, and because of its size, they had to be made right here in the USA, and they are made in Maryland. This firearm comes in 22 long rifle and also in 25 ACP. The Model 950, which is the single action model of the Beretta, it is a much smaller pistol, and of course it is only in single action. Now this is single and double action, but before we get started, we're going to go ahead and safety check. Magazine is out, and then we're going to tip the barrel up, which is a really cool feature of these pistols. The tip-up barrel design is really unique as far as in most of your pocket pistols. Taurus, I know, makes one, and it's actually a licensed copy of Beretta originally. But one of the big things about the tip-up barrel design is it's really easy to load and it's easy to unload. And then made specifically for those with weak hands, because these can be very difficult to pull the slide back. Now you see that the hammer did come back. This is a double single action pistol. That means that with a hammer down, you actuate the hammer with the trigger. And then subsequent rounds will have the hammer in the rear position. So you can actually leave one in the chamber. Even with the hammer down, the safety does engage. The controls on this pistol are really neat. I mean, to me, it's really ergonomic and easy. This little thumb safety is just in the right position to be able to manipulate it. The magazine release is right here. I can get to it, and I can hit with a little bit of an adjustment. I can go ahead and tip up that barrel. So all the features are, you know, just right there and very ergonomic, but only for right-handed shooters. It's not ambidextrous, and so it's very particular for, you know, right-handed shooters. And of course, you know, left-handed guys can figure out ways to be able to manipulate this gun.
Nothing like double taps with a mouse gun.
It's an all-steel magazine, 7 rounds of 22 long rifle, 8 rounds of 25 ACP. Now the great thing is, it's 7+1. You can load one, of course, in the barrel. The slide is machined from bar stock steel. The barrel is forged, and it's a 2.4-inch barrel. Frame itself is an aluminum alloy. The new ones have a Bruton finish to it. This is, of course, kind of a lacquer-based finish, but it's very, very nice design. All the other parts on here are steel. This particular model has the wood grips, and this is from the original models. They started making them with the plastic grips, black plastic, and after this model, they started making some that were just a matte finish and with the black grips. But now the two models that are available are in the Bruton finish, which is black, and then the Inox finish, which is a stainless steel model. Of course, it still has the aluminum alloy frame. They did make a nickel-plated version as well during this time, but those are no longer produced. Because it was designed for carry as a backup or even just as a pocket pistol, it's a very sleek, snag-free design. The sights are pretty minimal. Just a notched rear sight and just a small front blade. This gun is fairly accurate with the way that the barrel locks in, but this is really made for up-close self-defense. And so really, 7-10 yards is about max for this pistol as far as an effective self-defense pistol. And when I say effective, again guys, 22 long rifle, there are a lot better choices out there. But 22 seems to be very popular, especially with those that, can't handle the recoil or don't want to learn to handle the recoil. It is a very soft shooting firearm and very easy to shoot. One of the things though about this gun is that it can be particular with certain kinds of ammo, and I always recommend any CCIs, which is the mini mags, the Stingers, or the Velocitors. CCI just seems to make really reliable ammunition. If you take some of the bulk Federal packs and some of those, you can have some issues. So if you're having trouble with your 21 feeding, it's usually the ammo and not the gun. It's a very lightweight pistol at 12.1 ounces. The new models are actually 11.8 ounces, and I think that has to do with the grips. The wood grips give it a little bit extra weight. It's just under 5 inches in length at 4.92 inches. The height is 3.7 inches, and the width is just over an inch at 1.1 inch. That is with your black grips. With the wood grips, it's going to add just a little bit of width to it. But one of the things about the Model 21 that I really like as far as a pocket pistol is that the grip is very filling in the hand, and it makes it really nice to be able to grab this and you don't feel like you're just barely hanging on to something. I know I've been doing a lot of mouse gun reviews, and that's one of the things about those pistols is the grips are very small. Now, you adapt to that because, you're carrying a very small, concealable, highly concealable pistol. And so, there are give and takes. These guns are just super easy to shoot. The recoil is pretty much non-existent. With 22 long rifle, with the size of this grip, I mean, it's nice and thick. It really fills your hand for such a small pistol. And, with the tip-up barrel feature, it makes it really safe. Especially for those with weak hands, they don't have to rack the slide. They can pop it. And then two, when unloading, do the same thing. It's really easy, nice, large trigger guard right here, and just a well-designed little pistol. Of course, with the advent of the real micro 380s, a lot of these have been left by the wayside. They are a fairly anemic caliber. I'd rather be missed by a 44 Magnum than hit with a 22 long rifle. And, that is one thing. And up close and personal, these can be deadly. But I definitely do not recommend these as a self-defense option unless it's your last resort. One of the things though about 22 is that the ammunition is very plentiful all over the world. Of course, here in the US we've had a drought for 22 long rifle, but that hasn't been typical historically. And a lot of countries carry 22, have 22, so this was a really excellent choice because of the size, because of the ease of the ammunition for CIA operators and operatives all over. They can use this for a self-defense situation and up close, but yet, it's something that they can hide very easily. But one of the biggest issues is that these pistols can be a little bit finicky. If you don't have really good quality, high velocity 22 ammunition, these can jam. And that's one of the reasons why I really love the CCI mini mags. They're just excellent. I've been using them for at least 20 years, and those are my preferred rounds for just shooting. Now, I've previously reviewed the Model 21, but since I was doing a lot of mouse gun reviews and going into a lot of the pocket pistols, I felt like it was a great time to bring this back and update the video. Guys, I'll tell you, 22 long rifle has been carried for a number of years, and to me, this makes an excellent backup pistol. Something you put in an ankle holster or put in your back pocket or a pocket holster. It just makes a really nice backup. It's very lightweight, easy to carry. And so I think that there's a lot of advantages to a small little pistol like this. Now, there are a couple of things about this pistol though that I want to warn you about. And to me, one of the fatal flaws for carrying this is a concealed carry piece. Because of the blowback design, and that means there's no extractor on this pistol. If you have a misfire and a round doesn't come out, you're going to have to pry that out to get it out. It doesn't just come out. You can't just go right back to shooting. And that can be definitely a problem. And one of the reasons why you want to use really effective 22 long rifle ammunition. The other thing is, of course, is that 22 long rifle, again, is not a viable self-defense round. But here's the deal. There are a lot of people that have these. There are a lot of people that carry 22 long rifle and 25 ACP for that matter. And for whatever reason, that's the gun they have, whether by choice or it was handed down to them. It's better than having nothing. I definitely would opt to say that if this is all you have, then definitely carry it. You know, like the old song goes, you know, love the one you're with. You know, whatever you have available to protect you and protect your family and those you love. But one of the big problems with 22 long rifle is its failure to incapacitate unless a well-placed shot is made, either in the torso hitting a vital organ or, you know, a headshot. Now the MSRP on the current Beretta Model 21s is $410 for the Bruton finish. These typically on the used market are around the $300, $350 range. Really trying to find one of the new models is fairly difficult. You may be able to find it in a very well-stocked gun shop. But on Gun Broker, I saw a number of these for around the $350 range. And that is in the blued version, and even with the grips, the wood grips or the black plastic grips. So just give you an idea, I think we bought this one for about $200 back in the late 80s. But of course, you know, prices have changed. So to me, if you're going to carry a small little 22 pocket pistol, I think that the Beretta Model 21 is the best option on the market. It's an excellent little firearm, very quality made, very accurate and reliable. Just a great little combination. But just make sure your primary is an effective caliber. In any of the small pistols, I definitely recommend CCI Mini Mags, and I want to thank Federal Premium for sending these and supplying them, because it really helps have more fun gun reviews, especially when it comes to 22 long rifle. So the Beretta Model 21 and 22 long rifle, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic. After doing all these mouse gun reviews, I got to pull out a big cigar. For a little mouse gun, this gun's got the moxie. You ain't got the moxie.